here's what's up. My name's Stan, and I sell vials of alien cum.
Yeah, I think I know what kind of game this is.
Wow.
Sorry about that, strange introduction to the video, but this is about the High on Life experience. And that is the High on Life experience. Getting yelled at by Justin Roiland for about 8 hours, give or take.
I always say I'm the guy with 3 or 4 voices.
But if you don't want to get yelled at by Morty for the next 8 hours, and you still kind of want to know what this game is all about, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to spoil the whole damn thing. And yeah, of course, there's huge spoilers ahead, for like the entire game, in case I haven't already warned you enough. After starting the game, the first thing I thought was, did I buy the wrong game? What is this? Oh, this is just the tutorial. The second thing I noticed was the gratuitous use of curse words.
That's what I'm talking about, Buck. Kill those fuckers. You're the man. I love you, Buck. You're so fucking cool.
I mean, to be fair, I do cuss in my videos all the time too, but because of this game, I think I'm gonna dial it back and I might have to just let them handle all the cursing.
Just crouch. We gotta try crouching, Buck. Fucking scheduling and scoping bullshit.
Reminds me of my parents. After we get off the intro game, our mom comes in our room. Oh God. I mean, your sister? Maybe your girlfriend? I'm not really sure who this is.
Who the hell is this bitch?
But she offers us some cocaine to cure our depression.
Here, come on, try some. You know it's good for your depression, right?
As one does, and this is where we choose our character. Points for the most creative character selection screen I've seen in a whole long time. After choosing what we look like, we find out that our parents don't love us.
And Dad said that he flat out doesn't love you.
It's important in life if you don't give a shit.
Then we walk outside and are struck by an alien invasion. This is the G3 cartel, and they get high on humans. Yeah, they smoke us, and I guess we give them a great buzz. Yeah, that's the premise of the game right there. Pretty crazy. This is not good, as they want to manufacture us and sell us around the galaxy to get aliens high. I wonder if they'd force us to, manufacture ourselves the old-fashioned way, or is it just... They'd probably just clone us, right? We don't need to think about it. That was never explained either. And luckily, we find this babbling gun that spits in our face so we can understand it.
Oh, that feels so much better, thank you. Yeah, sorry about the spit. I needed to get you infected with the translator microbes. That's sort of how it works.
It's Morty, but he's a gun now. So your guns will be your voice the entire game. Your character is actually a mute. So I guess you just run around sticking guns in everyone's faces so they can have a conversation with it.
My name's Craig, and I'm really sick from eating a lot of sandwiches.
While you just lifelessly stand there staring into their soul. But anyways, Morty instructs us to use our microwave to teleport us into space. The whole damn house, right up into space.
You ever been to the big city? Because you're about to, except that it's a space city.
Man, I feel like I'm saying a lot of random shit, but this will only get worse as the video continues, and I swear I'm not making shit up. This game is like taking 10 hits of acid and watching Ancient Aliens.
This missing link was an extraterrestrial intervention.
But we made it to space, and our first task is finding a legendary bounty hunter that can help us take out the cartel.
The only way this guy will get away from us is if he kills himself right now.
Gene Zaruthian, that's how you say it, and he's homeless. And legless. After offering him our whole ass home...
Wait, you want the house in return?
Yeah, this is a great deal for you.
He agrees to help us and gives us a bounty hunter suit.
Hey there, Gene Zaruthian. It's me, Pseudo, your helpful bounty hunting assistant.
Yeah, this little pink thing's along for the ride. Whether you like it or not, you can't disable them, and when asked if you want to keep them, you get yes and of course. Also, the suit is running a trial version, so you get spammed with pop-up ads, like this game was developed by EA, because, comedy. The game truly shines when you're forced to talk to other characters.
You think you could just walk up into a Mac and Cheese Brothers construction site like you're some sort of fucking Jesus Christ and just fucking walk around like you own the place? There's a goddamn bottomless pit over here, asshole. You think you could survive that? Falling through a fucking bottomless pit down to the... Whoa, you fucking piece of shit!
I'm sure there's thousands of lines of impromptu dialogue from people like Justin Roiland and Joel Haver as NPCs.
Ooh, touch me again, I need it!
God, I love Joel Haver. Even Joel's friend Trent made it into the game. You probably know this guy from one of these videos.
What are you watching in there?
I guess it's supposed to be porn, but it's like alien porn, so I don't know. Honestly, now I love it though. Not sure why they want me to jack off this much, but you know, I'm happy to do it.
If this isn't your form of comedy though, you might as well uninstall the game, because the gameplay itself isn't really enough to carry the game on its own. It can be kinda buggy at times, but all the NPCs look more like stock assets for Unreal Engine than something that was carefully created.
People are calling me a basic bitch. Like, no, I'm not.
And the shooting a gun mechanics feel dated and uninspired. Almost like the code to aim and shoot was ripped from GitHub and just pasted into their game because more than half of the budget was spent on voice acting. Ah, Jesus Christ, I spent $60 on this. This isn't bad though if you think the characters in game are funny. But like I said, if you don't, then you probably won't like this game very much. But now that we found Gene, he lives on our couch, no longer homeless. And he will stay in this position for the entirety of the game. I shit you not, he does not leave this couch.
Try and move me, bro.
Maybe it's cause he doesn't have legs, or maybe it's cause he's just lazy, but since he's past his bounty hunting days, he set up a Bounty 5000 right here in our living room. And from there, we can get our first bounty hunting mission, 9 Torg. To bag this bounty, we head to the slums of Blim City.
Go ahead, do it. Shoot me, fresh meat. Shoot me. See what happens. Oh. Ah, you shot me. I'm dead.
Well, I didn't think we'd be allowed to kill him. Normally, killing children in games isn't allowed, but he's dead. We killed this kid. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I shot a kid. Which, believe it or not, makes 2 videos in a row where we talk about killing kids. So if you're listening, Susan, we're talking about video games, not real life. Please don't ban me. Why does this keep happening? Maybe I should pick better games. On the way to 9 Torg, we pick up one of the best characters in the game.
Oh, fuck yes, thank you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Knifey. Now use me, use me.
Oh, just a reminder, don't do anything crazy when you're holding the knife. Just like look at it, see if you like it, put it back. Yeah, thank you.
Fuck yes!
Knifey. He's a deranged little psychopath, but he's also cute, so he gets a pass. And I love him.
Listen, point me at your raw, fleshy little tummy and jab me right into there.
The first boss fight was easy, like super easy. I killed 9 Torg, and I even killed her sister or whatever, 5 Torg. I killed 14 worth of Torg that day. And after this quick and stress-free boss fight, we head back home, where we stab Gene in the belly with Knifey.
Ah! What the fuck?
Then we turn in our bounty for pesos, which pesos is, I guess, what they use for money, so everybody in Mexico would be rich if they ever went to space. But I don't think Mexico has a space program. Maybe they do, I'll Google it. But after this first bounty, we now get to go out on our first G3 cartel bounty mission, Roz from Monsters, Inc.
Wazowski.
The Bounty 5000 acts as a teleporter, and it's how we're able to travel to faraway planets. And I gotta say, this first planet is beautiful. The atmosphere and the environment look as though great care and detail were put into them.
You got a nice place here.
Also, I forgot to film the second boss fight. Yeah, I know, I suck. I got this nice little clip from after the fight. So a quick recap of this entire level is the G3 were enslaving these cute little Care Bear things and making them mine these Furby-looking creatures because aliens liked getting high off the Furbies. And we killed G3 boss Roz that was in charge of forcing these Care Bears to mine Furbies. Again, I'm not on drugs right now, that's what happened. You know, if all these things weren't so cute and they were replaced with real people, this would be a real messed up story and a flagrant violation of human rights. But because they're sentient gummy bears, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. What does matter is that we get another Gatlian after we kill Roz, Gus. Gatlians are gun aliens. I haven't talked about them much yet, but we'll talk all about them later. For now, just know that my guns are aliens.
You can really get away with a lot of crime down here.
Jesus, it sounds like I'm having a stroke when I read some of these lines, man. The third boss in the game is Douglas. Douglas is in charge of training and recruitment for the cartel.
I'll torture whoever. Doesn't matter to me. I just love doing it.
And we need to travel to Tatooine to kill him and head to a place called Dreg City.
Can you tell us a little bit about Dregtown?
Oh, it's your classic den of sin and villainy stationed on the underside of an asteroid.
Once inside Dreg City, we need to find a place to get gooped on, so we can get recruited by the G3 in order to get closer to Douglas.
I'm the goop guy around these parts. You wanna sneak into G3 facilities, you gotta get covered in goop. That's just how it goes.
Goop is that yellow stuff that all the aliens you fight are covered in. It acts like armor, absorbing damage. And to get covered in goop, we get shit on by an alien. Yeah, so goop is just alien poop, and that's a thing. But after we got gooped, we join the G3 cartel and go in for orientation. This includes waiting in a room for 1 hour.
Now get ready for exercise 2. Starts in 1 hour. That's right, you have to wait a full hour.
He checks on you every 15 minutes, and once the hour is up, the door breaks, and you're forced to find another way out anyway. I thought I'd get an achievement for waiting. You don't get an achievement for waiting. Don't be like me. When traveling through Dreg City, we keep encountering a friendly little Mr. Meeseeks looking character named Dr. Joopy.
Douglas kidnapped my whole family, and I'm trying to sneak in and save them.
We're tasked with helping him save his family by solving puzzles to align pipes correctly so he can get to Douglas. Dr. Joopy becomes a homie.
I'm so happy we keep running into each other.
Oh, look who it's our old buddy. It's our old friend, Dr. Joopy.
Until we get to Douglas. It wasn't until I aligned the last pipe for him that it hit me. Tentacles. They both have tentacles. Dr. Joopy had tentacles. Douglas has tentacles. Oh my god, Dr. Joopy is Douglas.
Ha ha ha! I was never Dr. Joopy. There is no Dr. Joopy. Are you shocked, you idiot? You complete fucking morons! Oh, of course you are.
What an M. Night Shyamalan level twist, huh? No, I was actually genuinely surprised by this. Good writing, good job. But now that the cat's out of the bag, it's time for the third boss fight. And again, yeah, it was super easy. And we get a new gun. Gatlian. Saying gun is racist in Gatlian culture.
All right, dipshit, let's go.
What?
Sweezy, and yeah, she's a bitch. So most of the time, I just keep her holstered so I don't have to listen to her.
I'm Sweezy, thanks so much for—
Shut up, no one cares.
Getting back to Blim City, we turn in our bounty and settle a domestic dispute between our aunt and Jean.
Fuck off, Gene, like you've even ever been on a date.
I sided with Jean on everything, since my daughter-in-law has been a jerk to me this whole game, so she can piss off. There isn't a progression system in High on Life. Instead, you can use your money to buy upgrades from the pawn shop.
Look, the best I could do is maybe a $19 Fortnite card.
But honestly, the only upgrades you need are the ones that you have to buy in order to progress in the story. The game was so easy that I decided not to buy any of the health upgrades. I mean, I need some sort of challenge, right? But we did have to use our newfound wealth to buy a jetpack.
Ah, jetpack, huh? Great choice. I gotta back order that bad boy. I'll have it ready for you in a couple of days, I promise.
2 days? What? So I took a little time to explore the city and watch some TV.
Gene Zaruthian is back, and he's got a brand new protege. Yep, that's right. It's the big bad bounty hunter you've been hearing all about. They've been taking down the G3 one by one, and now they're ready to work for you. They'll kill your mean boss, your ex-husband, anybody, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I found out that Gene is already whoring my services out, which, pretty cool. Thanks, man.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Love you. And then I met a sketchy guy selling alien cum.
My name's Stan, and I sell vials of alien cum.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Back to bounty hunting. But I did buy a whole gallon. The fourth boss is the Screndel brothers. These are a bunch of... yeah, I don't know what they are. But to kill them, we head back to Care Bear World. God, these little guys just keep getting screwed, huh?
Actually, you know what? The trauma's catching up with me.
The Screndel Bros oversee Screndel Labs, and they are the heads of research and development for the cartel. While exploring one of these labs, we find our fourth Gatlian, Creature. I feel like this should be censored, right? But since we're not Gatlians, this should be safe for work. So if you're at work right now, I hope somebody is walking by your desk and they see this. You're welcome. You can explain to them later that you're not that weird. But for now, let's just finish this video. Creature shoots his kids at enemies, and his kids add a whole nother dynamic to the puzzles. Probably should have talked about puzzles earlier, but here we are, let's talk about them now. Each gun has a trick hole that they constantly remind you to use.
Just use my fucking trick hole, coward!
It's weird, it must get them off or something, I don't know what it does. Kenny shoots goop that can move platforms. Gus shoots discs that can stick into walls and act as platforms. Sweezy shoots a bubble that slows down time, and Creature's kids can be shot into pipes to sabotage force fields. And now we know what they all can do. And we have to use these all the time to solve puzzles, which is just, you know, basic video game stuff.
Hey, don't worry. This is a classic textbook puzzle situation.
You understand it. Great. But yeah, Creature just spews his children at people and they like eat them alive or whatever. Throughout the level, we fight each of the brothers one-on-one until we get to the end where they combine and form a mega thing. I still don't know what they're called, but I don't think I'd ever do whatever this gesture is with my brother. It seems weird.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of hot.
So we kill them one at a time in another underwhelming boss fight while getting shouted at by Justin. He just doesn't quit. And afterward, we head back to Blim City. Yeah, our stepsister is dating an alien named Tweeg now.
Oh, hey, I'm Tweeg. I'm dating your sister.
This again is causing household domestic issues that we get to solve, like a real ass therapist. This time I was on my granddaughter's side. She wanted Tweeg to stay and Jean wanted him to go. So, you know, why not? More the merrier. Plus, what's one more annoying alien in the mix at this point? I don't think there's really a limit anymore. But now that we're gearing up to take on the G3 boss Garmantuan, you know, the weird blobby Jabba the Hutt thing from the beginning, we need to find a very strong weapon. And to get that, we need to kill a doctor that has been running experiments on the gun, Dr. Giblets. But unfortunately, nobody knows where he is.
I can't find shit on him. I don't even know where he is.
So we get to be a detective and find him. And nobody is more excited about this than Pseudo.
Welcome to detective mode. I'm here to help you sleuth out all those really big, crazy mysteries.
Yeah, the little pink guy. He just loves sleuthing around. Sleuth means to investigate a mystery. I'm telling you this because I always thought it was a derogatory term. You know, you call someone a sleuth or something. I guess it's not that. But yeah, I just wanted to share it with you. You know, knowledge. All of our sleuthing leads us to a product launch for a new human bong. A bong you put humans in. And the only attention we attract is from these two, not at all suspicious looking individuals. But it turns out they work for the mayor of Blim City, Mayor Klug. They also want Dr. Giblets dead, and they gave us his location. So we got our information by being a bad detective. Good job, Pseudo. Also, I got some magnetic boots off a dead alien that I guess was a bad person, so it's fine.
Like morally, he was very fucked up.
But Dr. Giblets is also on Care Bear World, so we head back there again, kill a few waves of aliens covered in other aliens' shit, until we find Dr. Giblets. And he falls off a chair and just fucking dies. Gotta love it. But there's still a boss fight. Because Giblets died, a failsafe in his lab is triggered and we get thrown into a gauntlet where he posthumously tries to murder his murderer in a series of waves of enemies. And throughout the fight, he casts his suspicions on who killed him and who he's trying to kill.
Yes, I was wrong. How could I have been so blind? I know who killed me now. It was you, Krubus.
What? He thinks Krubus killed him?
Usually it's just other G3 bosses. But after we kill all the waves, he assumes that he killed himself, since no one other than himself would be strong enough to survive that onslaught.
Only one person could have survived all of that. Myself.
Yeah, says the guy that fell off a chair and Darwined himself 10 minutes ago. But since he thinks he killed himself, which is actually true by the way, he releases us, and we collect the final and most powerful Gatlian in the game, Let's Do It. When recovering Let's Do It, he's not in working shape, he looks straight up dead. And Kenny seems to be nervous about this. So much so that his antennae appear to be stiff, whereas they're normally in a more relaxed position. I wonder if this is foreshadowing or not. It is foreshadowing, just wait. After we get back to Blim City and turn in our bounty, we find out that our goddaughter Lizzie is missing, and we need to go look for her while Jean fixes Let's Do It. Before leaving though, Kenny tells us to leave the rest of our guns on the couch because he has something he needs to tell us.
Okay, listen, just it's easy. Put the other Gatlians down next to Jean and let's get out of here, look for Lizzie and have a chat.
In private. Weird. But since Lizzie's boyfriend worked at a Space Applebee's, yes, there is a Space Applebee's in the game.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Kenny and I go there for cocktails and crispy boneless wings. This part of the game is pretty funny actually. Kenny is trying to tell us that he's the reason his entire planet was destroyed.
What if it was kind of, just a little tiny bit entirely my fault?
And that he and Let's Do It were friends before the cartel ruined his planet. And once Jean fixes Les, he's going to tell everyone that Kenny is the reason their home got destroyed. Naturally, this is a pretty heavy conversation. But much like real life, the server who's taking my order keeps interrupting our conversation.
I'm back. Hope those tummies are ready for some yummies. Bon appetit.
Dude, take a fucking hint. Can't you see we're in the middle of a thing here?
Which is funny, because, relatable. But after Kenny's confession, our sister goes on a vacation in a space RV with Tweeg, and the G3 found out where we were hiding in Blim City, so we had to fight our way back to Gene and teleport to Gatlius, the home of the Gatlians. And to confirm, yeah, their home planet was destroyed for sure.
Well, it looks like shit.
Next, we teleport aboard the space RV your mother and Tweeg are on, and we convince her to ditch him and come back home, which really wasn't a difficult task.
Your body terrifies me in every way imaginable.
All things considered. The game doesn't let you shoot Tweeg after this. Some NPCs are immune to being shot. Your gun will simply say, no, we don't need to shoot him.
Whoa, what are you doing? Come on, he's just a kid. Don't shoot him.
But that wasn't a problem up until now, because I was desperate to shoot this jerk for disrespecting my grandmother.
I'm gonna shoot you in the face!
Getting back home, Kenny tells the other guns what he did, and they hate him naturally.
This is all sorts of fucked up, Kenny.
But we still have a job to do, so it's on to the next bounty, even though all my guns are fighting. The next bounty is the second in command for the G3 cartel, and one of the few aliens in existence that has Earth's coordinates so we can get back home, Nickalodeon. And yes, his body armor does proudly display his nipples.
What's wrong with this? We all have nipples.
Because why wouldn't it? Nickalodeon's office is in an alien spa, and to get in, we have to get gooped on again. But the gooper is sick and constipated, and the only flower that can heal him is located on the other side of a bottomless pit. And the construction workers building the bridge are the Mac and Cheese brothers. No relation. But they refuse to finish the bridge until their dad says that he loves them.
We just need to hear that he loves us. That's it. We ain't working until we find out, okay?
But I hate them. They're shitheels. They ain't fit for the Mac and Cheese brothers' name.
Yeah, their dad doesn't love them. So we do the only moral thing left to do and lie to them.
Your dad, he loves you. Holy shit, did he really say that? God, I can't handle whatever I'm feeling. Is this love? Is this what love is? Oh, God, I can't handle whatever this feeling is.
And they create a love bridge that's made out of love and rainbows? Yeah, whatever, don't think about it. Because now, this confused looking furball can shit all over us. Just like Mom used to make. And now that we're gooped, we can head to the alien spa where everyone is getting high on people. And they're gross about it, so fuck stealth, it's on site. We fight our way up the tower where we're greeted by Helen.
Nickalodeon will see you shortly. Just, can I get you anything?
Nickalodeon's assistant. We've ran into Helen a few times in this game. She acts as a receptionist for the cartel after being enslaved on Care Bear World and is overall a nice person. She makes us sit on the couch as Mr. Nickalodeon isn't quite ready for our meeting yet. And while sitting there, it hit me. Helen is the final boss. I've seen her so many times throughout the game, and she's been watching me this whole time, just like Dr. Joopy. Oh my god, she's just like Dr. Joopy. She's the boss. I figured it out.
Okay, Nickalodeon will see you now.
She's not actually the boss. This is the last time we see her in the game. So, good luck job hunting, Helen. I'm rooting for you. This Nickalodeon fight is wild. Honestly, this is one of the coolest boss fights I've ever done. Shortly after you start shooting each other, he fills the room with drugs and you get ultra high. The game does this weird infinity thing where your relative size is controlled by what direction you're traveling. This shattered my perception of reality and left me in a state of psychosis for 3 days. Yeah, and at one point, Nickalodeon forcibly gives the player an achievement for spending 15 hours in an alien strip club.
How about an award? Here, take this one that says you spent all your in-game playtime at an alien strip club. Oh, that's permanent, by the way. Everyone on your friends list can see that forever now.
This one actually made me laugh out loud, not gonna lie. To me, this kind of fourth wall breaking is one of my favorite things across all types of media. So yeah, I will proudly take an achievement for spending 15 hours in a strip club on a game that I only have 8.5 hours in. And after going full John Wick mode, we kill Nickalodeon. And we get the coordinates for Earth so we can travel back home and take on Garmantuan. Fast traveling back home, Gene is doing the final touch-ups on Les Do It to finally bring him back to life. This is a big moment. Kenny will be forced to confront Les, and who knows how Les will feel about the decisions Kenny made and how it affected all of their lives. Never mind. Gene screwed something up, and now the only thing Les can say is his name.
Let's do it!
Oh, but thank God he still works. This gun is game-breaking, and there's a reason you only get him for the last boss fight. Gene also gave us a bomb that we need to, shove inside of Gargantuan. Don't know what the logistics of that are yet, but I'm sure it's graphic. But now that we're back on Earth, we fight through the ruins of our old suburb to find Gargantuan. But now that we have Les do it, it's like even easier than before, and it was pretty easy before. Pulling up, it was pretty apparent where the boss fight would happen. Yep, I was right. Gargantuan shows up on a flying saucer and begins spewing more stock assets at us. Again, pretty easy fight, mostly because of Les. But even then, my normal guns were able to do a significant amount of damage to him. We destroy his saucer and he crashes to the ground, so we can run over and attempt to shove a bomb up his ass. Okay, I think I'm drawing the line here. I've seen other people on YouTube use this footage. Hell, some people are even using this as thumbnails. Way more brave than me. I'm not getting demonetized over an alien's butthole. It's not gonna happen. But we fail because the bomb's detonator is busted.
Damn it, Gene, the remote's busted? Oh, shit!
Of course. And once Gargantuan wakes back up, he locks us in a bubble and summons the two people we care about most. Our parents, Jack Black and Susan Sarandon. And since our parents didn't like us and had some choice words to say before they went on their vacation, we kill them. Wow, we are terrible kids. After this, it's time for phase 2 of the fight, except this time Gargantuan just sort of wobbles around, spewing that green goo stuff everywhere. Again, it wasn't too challenging of a fight, and after putting him down for the second time, we're forced to improvise. This is where Kenny gets to rise above and volunteers to be shoved up the alien's butt in order to manually detonate the bomb. And with no other options, well... I also want to mention, you can shove any gun you want to up there. Kenny is the only one who's prepared to die.
Let's do it!
So the rest of them just lose their minds if you do so much as unholster them.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on! Everybody, hold on!
There's a video on YouTube that shows all their reactions. It's probably worth the watch. But after the bomb explodes, the game is just sort of done. 8.4 hours, $60, and 0 replayability. Did I enjoy the game? Yeah, absolutely. But I bought it with YouTube ad rev money. I wouldn't spend my hard-earned money on it. And I think Justin Roiland's funny. But I mean, at this point, why would you even buy the game? I just spoiled the entire thing. There's no reason for you to play it. And also, to anyone saying that the game was easy just because I played on story mode, you're an idiot. I selected story mode as the difficulty of Xenoslaughter, the game from the intro. I never selected a difficulty setting for the actual game, High on Life. So get wrecked, you
Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. And while you're at it, since you're just clicking stuff anyway, go ahead and click subscribe.
Wow, what a great video.